What is going on, guys? ThunderBow here, and today I'm bringing you a Pocket Edition update video. Yes, that's right, the 1.1 update just came out, and I am playing it here on my Kindle Fire tablet, and I'm also using my new GAMECENTER game controller for this demonstration video, which is pretty awesome. So, I'm going to be attempting to use this controller throughout this video. But once I get to the Woodland Mansion, I'm definitely going to want to switch over to playing on just the touch controls because, okay, apologies about that. I just had to switch off the rain. But either way, the 1.1 update just came out, and with it are a whole bunch of new decoration blocks. So I'm going to be demonstrating to you guys all of the new blocks, and I'm going to start over here with Terracotta blocks. Now, Terracotta blocks are a new style of stained clay. As a matter of fact, I have over here a chest where I want to show you guys how you can actually get the this terracotta. And basically, actually, never mind. I believe they are now calling stained clay terracotta, which is kind of weird. But either way, in order to get the glazed terracotta blocks that you see over here, all you need to do is put down a furnace. And then let's open up the furnace inventory, and then for input, you're going to want to put in one of the pieces of terracotta. So let's put in this light blue terracotta, and then go back to the furnace, select this one, add in the fuel, and then watch this thing smelt it. And then once it smelts, we will have a piece of terracotta. So here we go. All we have to do now is collect the terracotta, and we can exit and open up our inventory, go to survival over here, and there it is in our inventory. It is right here. So this is the piece of terracotta, and yes, this is obviously a lot slower because I'm trying to use this game controller for like one of the first few times, but here we go, place it down, and there is our light blue terracotta. So, these are the different styles of terracotta, and what's really cool about them is you can make different tessellations. So if you guys don't know what a tessellation is, basically a repeating pattern, and that's what all of these terracotta blocks have. They are basically little components of a repeating pattern. So if you were to put a bunch of these side by side, you would get a pretty interesting looking pattern, and I'll show you guys a pattern that someone made on the screen right now, and basically it uses all 16 different terracotta blocks, and it just looks really, really cool. So it's just a new decoration item that you guys could play around with, especially for doing some pretty creative builds. So aside from the new terracotta blocks, there are now all 16 styles of dyed beds. So these are all of the beds. We have white, light gray, gray, black, brown, red, orange, yellow, lime green, green, cyan, light blue, blue, purple, magenta, and pink. So those are all 16 stained dyed beds, and in order to dye the bed, all you need to do is have a piece of respective colored dye, and you click on the bed, and then it will change it to that color. So coming over here is a chest filled with all of the new mob eggs. So we're going to open this chest up, and we're going to take a look at the eggs that we have in here. So this first one is the Evoker, the second one is the Vindicator. Now these are the two new types of Illagers. They're basically villager outcasts, and they are hostile mobs, and the Illagers have two types. One of them's the Vindicator, one of them's the Evoker. Also, here is the Vex. This is a new mob that can also be found in the Woodland Mansions. They are they're pretty fast mobs. They're really tiny. They fly around like bats. I'll spawn them into the game so you guys get to see what they look like. But basically, these three mobs are all findable in the new Woodland Mansion, which I'll get to at a later point in this video. Over here also is the Shulker, which I wanted to demonstrate something about the Shulker because they added something new with Shulkers. Also, this egg is spawning llamas, and I also have a villager egg in here because I want to demonstrate how illagers react to villagers. So I'm going to just spawn these in real quick. Okay, apologies about that, guys. Pocket Edition keeps crashing on me. This update's extremely buggy, but regardless, we're going to continue on with spawning in these new mobs. So over here is the Evoker, and this here is the Vindicator. Now, both of these mobs are hostile, and they will react to a villager, and they will start attacking it. So we're going to spawn down this villager right here, and see how they react. Now, this one, I believe this is the... shoot, which one is this? I believe this is the Vindicator? Yep, okay, so the Vindicator will actually start wielding axes, and he'll run after you. So we're gonna spawn down another villager just to demonstrate what the Vindicator does alone. So over here, he starts wielding this axe, he runs after you, and as for the evokers, we'll spawn in a few evokers so you guys can see what these are like. And I'll spawn in another villager, and let's see how the evokers react to villagers. So these guys will actually summon like teeth and have them come out of the ground, and those right there are the Vexes. These guys are kind of like wizards, I guess you could say, and they basically they'll spawn like those teeth that come out of the ground, which will basically try biting you, and they'll also spawn the Vexes, and these Vexes are like little bats, and they fly around, and they have swords, and they're kind of annoying to fight off. You guys can see they just fly around everywhere, and none of them burn in the daylight, which is also kind of annoying, so you're gonna have to have like a bow and arrow in order to shoot these guys down. And also, what's really creepy about them is how, if you notice, they're coming in and out of the ground. Like, these guys can go through blocks. Yep, see, there they go. They go into the ground, and then they fly out of the ground. So they can actually go through walls, which is really annoying when you're in the Woodland Mansion, because like there'll be an evoker in another room, and then it'll detect that you're there, and it'll start attacking you through the wall, and it'll send these Vexes after you. So I will demonstrate what it's like when you spawn a Vex, basically. There we go, okay. So these are the Vexes. Again, they are spawned by the evokers. So this is the evoker, and the evoker will start violently attacking the villagers with these like teeth, and then they send the Vexes after them. And basically, within 2 hits, the villager's dead. So these are really powerful mobs, really dangerous, and they're definitely a formidable opponent. So coming back over to new blocks, over here we have concrete. These actually don't look like concrete. They have the same texture as sand, but no, they are not different colored sands. These are, in fact, different concrete powders. For example, here I have the purple concrete powder. And basically, these look like sand, they act like sand, but as soon as they touch the water, they turn to a solid color. So I'm going to go and fly over towards the river that I have found over here, and I'm going to demonstrate what it's like once this concrete powder comes into contact with the water. Okay, so I built up a few blocks just to demonstrate how these things act. So you can drop them, they drop like sand, but as soon as they hit water, so we're going to show you guys what that's like. As soon as they hit water, they solidify. So it's a pretty cool new concept. You guys could definitely like build some pretty cool bridges out of these, because like as soon as they touch the water, they solidify. So just go like that, and another one, and another one, and another one. So you guys get the point. Basically, that's how the concrete works. As soon as it touches water, it solidifies, but anything above water, it's just as powder. So that's a really cool new block. Now coming back around to the new blocks I have over here where I had this original chest, I didn't actually go over this white block. Now this white block over here is actually from a shulker, which is why I wanted to spawn one of these in. So we'll spawn in a shulker, and we'll try killing this thing. How do you kill these things? Okay, there we go. So as soon as you try killing it, and they teleport too, which is really annoying. As soon as you kill it, it will drop this new thing. This is called an empty shulker shell, and these shulker shells can be used or placed down and turned into shulker boxes. As a matter of fact, you can't just immediately place it down. The shulker shell actually needs to be crafted with a chest. So this is the shulker shell, and if you were to put it in the crafting table with the shulker, for some reason, yeah. Okay, crafting inventory is not working as it should. But either way, if you were to put the shulker shell inside the crafting table with a chest, you'll get the shulker box. And the shulker box literally functions as a chest. So if you open the chest, it has all those inventory spots, and if you open the shulker shell, it has all of these inventory spots. Now, what's really cool about it is how these are actually like portable chests, like backpacks. So I'll put in this bed, I'll put in this sword, and I'll put in this chest. And also, I forgot to get to the llama eggs, so I'll get to that in just a second. But either way, you close out of it. There's this really cool animation, and then you can, you can actually break it, and then it keeps all of the items that are inside it. So when you go inside your inventory, and you select the white shulker box, it actually lists its contents when you tap it. So I have inside here 1 green bed, 1 diamond sword, and 1 chest. So I will X out, and then when I place it down again, and yes, for some reason my hotbar seems to disappear, because that's also a bug with the game, but when I place it down, and then I open it up, inside it are the original items I placed in the shulker box. So I will now take out all my items, and there you go. That's how the shulker shells work. So I actually want to show you guys how the llama eggs work. Basically, llamas are a new passive mob that was added into the game, and here is the llama egg, and we'll just spawn one down, and that's a baby llama. Over here we have the adult llama. Now, I do believe, yeah, you can ride the llamas. I don't really know too much about them, but I believe you need to tame them, but you can hook them up to leads, and you can put a chest on them. I believe, yeah, you do need to tame them in order to put the chest on them, but basically, they're kind of like donkeys, where you can put the chest on the llama and then have it carry some of your items for you. So, that is the llama, and as well as all of the new mobs, and that covers all of the new blocks. So what I'm going to go do now is actually try to find a Woodland Mansion, and once I find one, I'll get back to you guys, and we're going to try tackling the Woodland Mansion in survival. Alright guys, so this took quite a while to find. Basically, I just had to use a seed, and it took me a little bit to get here, but basically I gave myself a full set of iron armor, as well as some arrows, golden apples, a diamond sword, and some food and some torches. So we're gonna head on down and try tackling this Woodland Mansion. Now the Woodland Mansion, again, has a lot of evokers and vindicators spawning, so this is going to be a tough battle, and these things are huge. So I'm gonna try getting to the end of it as fast as I can, but let's head on inside. So, we have like this main hallway. I really don't know where to go, but it looks like there's a staircase here, so we're gonna head up, and I hear something, so I don't know where to go. Okay, lighting this place up, and it looks like there's some symbol on that wall back there, so let's just try finding where that goes. But it looks like this is like supposed to be a bedroom of some sort, and is there a chest back here? No chest, but this is probably supposed to be some like mock furnace type thing. So, let's continue browsing through this house and see if we can find anything. So there's one of our friends. I believe this is... Oh, gosh. Ow. What? What the hell? Okay. Yeah, maybe this isn't such a good idea. Okay, well, it looks like Pocket Edition is stuck on building terrain. I believe the game is just crashed. It's just way too buggy. I really don't think I'm going to be able to tackle the Woodland Mansion, especially now that the game's in beta and on my tablet. So, unfortunately, the Woodland Mansion is probably just not going to be a thing in this video, unless it loads within the next 20 seconds. So I'm going to probably call off the video here. So thank you so much for watching my overview of the 1.1 update. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to punch that like button and hit that subscribe button to hop on board the Thunder Train. And as always, stay charged, everyone. See you guys in the next video.